Don't call this almighty formula. It is only God that is almighty. Is that clear? So welcome to Maths with Ish. Now, this particular formula is popularly known as almighty formula in Nigeria. We want to see how we can prove it. This is actually the general form or formula for getting the solution to a quadratic equation. So let's see how it's being derived. Now, it's being derived using the completing the square method. Remember that throughout last week or this week, we have been looking at how to solve quadratic equation using the completing the square method. And so here we are going to see how we can use that same completing the square method to derive the general formula method, which I think is one of the most interesting methods that students love so much. So let's go. Now we know that the general form of a quadratic equation is given as ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the general form. So let's apply the completing the square method right away. The first thing to do is, our first step in applying the completing the square method is to divide both sides by the coefficient of x squared, which is a. So I'm going to have, if I divide both sides, I'm going to have ax squared over a plus bx over a plus c over a equals to 0 over a. And when we do that, here becomes x squared, because this a will cancel out this a. Here we are left with b over ax plus c, and here we are left with a divided 0 is 0. We are done with that step 1. Our step 2 is, I'm going to take this third term to this right hand side, so that gives me b over ax equals to minus c over a. So I've moved it to this other side. Okay, so our next step again is, I'm going to make this left hand side, remember what we learned in our previous video, we're going to make this left hand side, look forward to make it to become a perfect square. And what is that? We are going to multiply the coefficient of this x, which is b over a. We are going to multiply this b over a by half, and then we square it. So let's do that somewhere here. So if I use half to multiply this b over a, and I square everything, that will give me b over 2a all squared, and that gives me b squared over 4a squared. So this is my result. Okay, so this b squared over 4a squared, this is what I'm going to add to both sides, because that is what will be added to make this left hand side a perfect square. So I'm going to add it now. So I'm going to have my x squared plus b over ax, that's this. Now I'm adding this term now, this b squared over 4a squared on this left hand side. I'm also going to add it to this right hand side, which is b squared minus 4a squared, then minus c over a. Okay, so I've added it to that side. So next is this. Okay, let me wipe this off. Let me wipe this off. We don't need this again. Okay, so next is this. I'm going to factorize this side now. So to factorize, the square root of x squared is x, the next sign is plus, the square root of this third term, that's b, square root of b squared is b, square root of 4, that's 2, square root of a squared, that's a. I group them together and square. So that's how to do that. So for these two, I'm going to simplify. The LCM of 4a squared and a is 4a squared. Can you see that? Then 4a squared divided 4a squared 1 times this, that's giving b squared minus a divided 4a squared is 4a. 4a times c, that's 4ac. Can you see that? Now I'm going to get rid of this square by taking the square root of both sides. Okay, so let's take the square root of both sides now. If I take the square root of both sides, that will make here become x plus b over 2a equal to, I introduce my plus or minus, b squared minus 4ac all over 4a. So can you see that? So next I'm going to, let me still bring down this, let me bring it down yet, and then I know that square root of this numerator, we can't really obtain it, so I'll still retain the numerator. But the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of a squared is a. Now, can you see what is happening here? The square root sign is no longer affecting the denominator because I've already gotten the square root of the denominator. So the square root is now hanging on top. Can you see that? Please take note, it's very important. Okay, now next, remember we want to get the value of x. So I'm going to remove this, move this b over 2a to this other side. So I'm going to have that my x is equal to, if I bring this b over 2a here, it becomes minus b over 2a plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Can you see that? Okay, so finally now we are going to get our answer, and this can be written as, our denominators are the same, so that is going to give me minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Hope you can see that. Okay, so I think that is our derivative. Maybe I can also write it here. So our final answer is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in case you can't see it downwards, this is our solution. So thanks for watching. I hope you've gained value from this video. Do have a good day. Bye.